In this session, we are talking of actual process of photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis. Generally, photosynthesis is followed by two steps. One is the light dependent reaction. It is also called as a photophosphorylation. Next, light independent reaction. It is also called as dark reaction or C3 cycle or Calvin cycle. So, light reaction and dark reaction. These are two steps in process of photosynthesis. So, first one we have to take light dependent reaction. Light dependent reaction. It is also called as photophosphorylation. Phosphorylation. It means photo is nothing but light. Photo is nothing but light. Phosphorylation. Phosphorylation is nothing but, so ADP is combines with inorganic phosphate to formation of ATP, nothing but ATP synthesis. ATP synthesis is present of sunlight, that is phosphorylation. This photophosphorylation again two types. So photophosphorylation followed by two steps. One is the non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic and cyclic photophosphorylation. So, first of all, we have to take non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In this non-cyclic photophosphorylation, we are getting one is ATP, NADPH2, that is reducing power, oxygen. These three important products we are getting from the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Here, water molecule splitting takes place. It means hydrolysis of water, photolysis of water. Photolysis of water is taking place. Next, both photosystem 1, photosystem 2 are involved. Both photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 both are involved in the process, that is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. It is also called as electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. So, generally we are calling it as Z scheme. Is Z scheme. And pair of electrons not returned back to reaction center, chlorophyll. So, pair of electrons are not returned back to reaction center. This is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. And non-cyclic photophosphorylation, we are now going to steps. Steps. So in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, it is also called as a jet ski. First, in this process both systems are involved. It means PS2 and PS1, both systems are involved. PS1, that is what is that, 680 nanometers of light. PS2, 700 nanometers of light. Same, photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, the reaction center chlorophyll is A. Reaction center chlorophyll is A. Here also chlorophyll A is a reaction center chlorophyll. And these are the accessory pigments. Here also accessory pigments. Accessory pigments. Light is generally falls on accessory pigments and reaction center chlorophyll. They will absorb their respective light. So that is photons. Light energy is known as photons. Immediately chlorophyll A is excited and release pair of electrons. Chlorophyll A is excited by the photons because more amount of energy is reaches to chlorophyll A from the another pigments also. It means helped pigments or associated pigments also. That energy finally reaches to chlorophyll A or reaction to chlorophyll A, and this pair of electrons are generally received by primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor. So here I will write PEA is nothing but primary electron acceptor. Next, this primary electron acceptor, high redox potential is there. So it taken 2 electrons and it have what is that high redox potential. So this primary electron acceptor send these 2 electrons to the different, 3 types of electron transporters. Electron transporter 1, electron transporter 2, electron transporter 3. So what is it? Primary electron acceptor send these electrons to plastoquinone. First thing, plastoquinone. So these electrons are travel from plastoquinone. Plastoquinone send this electron to here. PQ nothing but plastoquinone. Electron acceptor, it is plastoquinone. Plastoquinone send these electrons to cytochrome complex. So Cy is equal cytochrome complex. Next, cytochrome complex send these electrons to, there is a plastocyanin. Send these electrons to plastocyanin. So at the time of the electrons that travel through the cytochrome complex, here ADP plus 1 inorganic phosphate, both are joined together and to formation of ATP. This is, we are getting ATP. Here we are ATP and NADPH2 we are getting. So ATPs we are taken. ATP we are getting. Next, plastoquinone send these electrons to photosystem 1. Send these electrons to photosystem 1. And photosystem 1, same as usual, take another pigments or associated pigments to take up energy, which energy falls from that is the photons, solar energy or photons, and chlorophyll A is excited. This chlorophyll A send this pair of electrons to primary electron acceptor. This primary electron acceptor also send these electrons to some small electron transport chain. Here we write, what is that? Plastocyanin. Next. So primary electron acceptor send these electrons to one more electron acceptor, that is ferredoxin. So FD is nothing but ferredoxin. Next, ferredoxin send this pair of electrons to NADP plus. Finally, NADP plus receive electrons, pair of electrons. So pair of electrons, ferredoxin send these electrons to NADP plus. Next, one more thing here, we are talking about photolysis of water. It means water splitting. H2O by the help of sunlight splits into what is the 2 electrons plus 2 protons plus half oxygen. Generally we are talking half oxygen only. And one more process, one more reaction takes place. Half added with half is equal to 1. It means we are writing O. Oxygen is a byproduct. So pair of electrons, this pair of electrons generally added with chlorophyll A. This pair of electrons added with chlorophyll A, because this chlorophyll A loss of pair of electrons. That pair of electrons are generally converted. Pair of electrons lost by chlorophyll A. The pair of electrons are replaced by this photolysis of water. So this process is called photolysis. By the photolysis of water, 2 electrons are generally travel to and sends to chlorophyll A, because chlorophyll A loss of its 2 electrons, that electrons are replaced by chlorophyll A. So 2 electrons are going on, 2 electrons are replaced, 2 electrons are going on, again 2 electrons are replaced, like that continuously this process is going on. Next, what about these photons? These photons are added with this NADP. These photons are added with NADP. What will happen? Now this NADP plus receive 2 electrons and 2 protons to finally converted into NADP H plus H plus. Simply we are calling it as NADPH2. NADPH2. This is reducing power. Here reduction of NADP into NADP plus H plus by the enzyme NADP reductase. So this is similarly look like a Z, up and down, up, so up and down and up, down. So it is look like a Z. That's why we are calling it as Z scheme. Next, actual process, this photophosphorylation or non-cyclic photophosphorylation takes place in thylakoid. So this is the thylakoid. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane. Hydrolysis of water takes place in inner membrane of thylakoid. Generally oxygen is released into lumen. Oxygen is released into lumen and hydrolysis of water takes place in here H2O splitting. H2O splitting takes place in inner membrane of thylakoid, and outer membrane of thylakoid is site for synthesis of NADP reductase. NADP reductase. So NADP reductase at synthesis it takes place in outside of the thylakoid membrane. That's why this NADP released into stroma for dark reaction. Simply recap these all things. So this is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Here, because of non-cyclic photophosphorylation, these electrons are not returned back to this chlorophyll A or reaction center chlorophyll. Finally reaches to NADP plus, but not returned back to this chlorophyll A or reaction center chlorophyll. So chlorophyll A in this non-cyclic photosphorylation, two systems are working here, photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Photosystem 2 first of all take up 680 nanometers of light, and photosystem 1 take up 700 nanometers of light. Chlorophyll A absorb all pigments of sunlight, photons, and excited and release pair of electrons. Pair of electrons are received by primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor send these electrons to plastoquinone. Plastoquinone send this electron to cytochrome complex. Cytochrome complex sends to plastoquinone. At the time of cytochrome complex traveling through the cytochrome complex, adenosine diphosphate and one inorganic phosphate both are joined together to formation of ATP. That's why it is phosphorylation, because adding of phosphorus to make up adenosine diphosphate changes into adenosine triphosphate. That is a phosphorylation. That is the photophosphorylation. So this phosphorylation means ATP formation at the place of takes place in sunlight. So it is called as photophosphorylation. Next, plastoquinone send these electrons to reactions, that is a chlorophyll A, reaction center chlorophyll in PS1, and it will also take up photons. It will also excited, release pair of electrons, sends to primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor send these electrons to small electron acceptor, that is ferredoxin. Ferredoxin sends to NADP plus. NADP plus generally receive two pair of electrons from ferredoxin and pair of photons from photolysis of water. So NADP plus reduces into NADP plus plus H plus because of two electrons, two protons they are added here. Then after NADP H plus plus H plus is we are calling generally it as that is a NADP plus NADP H2, that is a reducing power, and we are getting one ATP and one NADP H2 reducing power. Actual process of photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation, H2O molecule splitting is take place in inside of the membrane, inner membrane of thylakoid. NADP reductase enzyme synthesis takes place in outside of the membrane. So NADP H2 is enters into stroma for dark reaction. This is entire process of non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Now we are talking about cyclic photophosphorylation. Next step, cyclic photophosphorylation. In this process, water molecule splitting is absent. Next, a released pair of electrons is there. released pair of electrons again return back to chlorophyll A or reaction center chlorophyll. So this is the here one more thing, only PS1 is involved, only PS1 is involved. So this is chlorophyll A, reaction center chlorophyll, this is only PS1 is involved. These are all remaining accessory pigments, and light is travel through the chlorophyll A and accessory pigments send these photons to chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A is now excited, release pair of electrons. These pair of electrons are received by primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor send these electrons to 4 electron transporters. First one pyridoxine, next plastoquinone, cytochrome complex, plastocyanine. These 4 electron transporters. What is that? Primary electron acceptor now receive 2 pair of electrons excited and it have high redox potential. So then this primary electron acceptor send these electrons to pyridoxine. Pyridoxine send this pair of electrons to plastoquinone. Plastoquinone send these electrons to cytochrome complex. Cytochrome complex send these electrons to plastocyanine. So plastocyanine send these electrons to chlorophyll A. Because NADP formation does not take place in cyclic photophosphorylation. So here, right, NADP synthesis is not does not takes place. Only ATP synthesis takes place. ATP synthesis only takes place. Here the electron transport, it means primary electron acceptor send this electron to pyridoxine sends to plastoquinone. In this particular time, at the place of pyridoxine, what will happen? ADP plus 1 inorganic phosphate, both are added here and to formation of ATP. Next pyridoxine into plastoquinone sends to cytochrome sends to plastocyanine. At the traveling time of plastoquinone, here also same, ADP plus 1 inorganic phosphate joins together to formation of one more ATP. So it one also 2 ATPs. We are getting 2 ATPs in, that is a cyclic photophosphorylation. Here 2 ATPs are synthesized. Next, water splitting or photolysis of water does not take place in this reaction, that is a cyclic photophosphorylation, because these electrons are excited only chlorophyll, not by what is that hydrolysis of water, photolysis of water. That's why photolysis of water does not take place in, that is a cyclic photophosphorylation. So this is a cyclic photophosphorylation, before that non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In the next video we are compare this both. We have to understand cyclic photophosphorylation and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. What we have to compare it both for our better understanding. So next class we are talking about comparisons of cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylations. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and for more videos subscribe our channel. Don't forget bell icon. Tap bell icon.